The preceding program was brought to you in part by FTD. FTD.com for all of your gift giving needs. Welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. We're talking everything going on with the town of Clinton, and with me to discuss everything that's going on that we can talk about is the man that knows everything, Dylan Walter.
How you doing, Pete?
Hello, sir.
Good to see you.
How are you, buddy?
Good, good.
Good to see you again.
Finally in a position where I can get on your show and talk about some stuff.
Yeah, I know. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So, should we start on economic development?
Sure.
All right.
I got elected the vice chair of economic development back in February.
Okay.
After being on the committee for a few years now. Really got involved when we started, Bob Werner, who's a resident of Clinton, started this downtown outreach program.
Okay.
And we went and surveyed every business. Our task was to focus on the commercial properties between Grove Street to the firehouse.
Sure.
So we went and surveyed all the business owners in that area to get feedback on what they would like to see. What does the town need to do? What can we do to help those businesses thrive?
Right.
So after surveying all of those business owners, we then got together and used like not a SWOT analysis, but another type of analysis where you put brief things on notepads and put them all together and see what you can do.
Right.
And we're finally seeing the fruits of that come to life. One of the biggest criticisms that we saw was the lack of foot traffic for businesses, especially in the heart of our downtown, in that main street corridor.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to see foot traffic.
Okay.
And finally, July 15th, we opened up Henry on Main.
That's right.
The auxiliary library spot in the old library.
Right.
And then opened Cafe Nola in the back, which is a coffee house and sandwich shop to bring people to congregate there, get people to come downtown, and then hopefully we can grow from there.
Right.
Yeah. It was really exciting and great time. And it's just nice to have a gathering spot for people. There's not too many spaces available for people to do business and just have a casual meeting. So it's really nice that we're able to bring that back to the community.
Now, how are things going with Henry on Main so far?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, I have some friends that are volunteers there.
Okay.
It's great because it's staffed by the senior connections.
Right.
So they are very affordable labor to help out there. And, they get to spend time, interact with the community and everything, and just guide people along as they need help.
Right.
So it keeps the overhead down. It is a taxpayer-funded enterprise. Mm-hmm. No addition to the tax base. It was all from the EDC budget that we had and hadn't used for the previous year. So
gotcha.
Yeah, so it's just a great thing we were able to do.
And if people remember, and I'm going to date myself, Cafe Nola is now where Malone's used to be.
Yeah. It's weird how history repeats itself.
I know. I'm like, huh?
Library's back, coffee shop back, all in the same place it all used to be. So,
exactly.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Exactly. And what's going on as far as economic development for the town?
So now we've joined Connecticut Main Street Association, which is it's a group that we opt into. They come down and do an assessment of our Main Street corridor.
All right.
It's a lot of the same things that we've had with the downtown outreach program that we started. Mm-hmm. they have an 88 bullet point sheet of improvements that they recommend we do. We have 87 from the DTOP.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of conjoining all those and then seeing what we can handle, what we can do as public officials in the private sector to try to help out everybody and ultimately turn Clinton into what we've all been dreaming of for a while now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And hopefully they're going to, downtown is absolutely beautiful, but obviously there's room for improvement.
There is, yeah. It's difficult to put into a brief sentence because there's a couple of challenges that we face. Everybody wants our downtown to look like a lot of our surrounding communities.
Right.
But how do you do that when you have 3 rivers trisecting your Route 1 corridor?
Right.
You have the railroad tracks running directly parallel behind Route 1.
Yes.
And then south of Route 1 is all harbor area.
Right.
There's no expansion for anything. So we've really got to work to work in the confines that we have and make it best for everybody.
Now, as far as you're also on planning and zoning, so
Yes.
as far as that goes, what's going on in town as far as businesses in town and all that other fun stuff?
Sure. So we actually just approved Chase Bank to be built up at Indian River Crossing.
Okay.
Or Indian River Landing, excuse me, and as well as a Panera Bread. They had to come in for a brief change to add a drive-through there, but got through. So we're excited to see that development start being built out and
Oh, nice.
ultimately be up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to be about a couple years down the road.
Probably about a year. I mean, they've got to start digging again and then then build it. But if you build it, they'll come.
Yes,
So,
they will.
Yeah, it's nice that they have the leases in place already. So yeah, the biggest thing we've been working on with planning and zoning is the plan of conservation and development. The state requires every town to do that on a 10-year cycle.
Okay.
Ours last one was done in 2015, so we're fresh for it, and we're taking these considerations into. We've asked the public for outreach. We had about 400 respondents, which
is pretty amazing.
Yeah. From my professional career, I have a little different standard, but I guess that's a great number for municipality.
Right.
And trying to take in the feedback of what the citizens want to see and what we have to do to qualify for funding from the state and a whole bunch of other things. So that's going to really dictate a lot of our decisions for the next 10 years.
And as far as the property up where Big Y is, obviously there is a Panera, a Chase Bank, and other. I'm assuming there's other stuff down the road when the developer signs the lease, signs the dotted line, and they'll.
Exactly. We've heard rumors of a Shake Shack, but I haven't seen an application come before us just yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes people throw things out in the news just to get a rise out of everybody. But hey, we're open for business and we're welcoming everybody that wants to come and enjoy Clinton.
Exactly. And we also have Jersey Mike's.
Yes, yeah, that was a nice addition to the Glenwood Plaza there. Yeah,
that was. I was surprised. I wasn't surprised. I was excited to see that.
Yeah, and every time going up there, it's always busy. I think they underestimated the demand in the market,
Right.
And probably you're going to be looking at expanding into that other half of the building shortly.
I was gonna say I was in there not long ago, and I didn't. For some reason, I thought they took the whole both buildings, but they only took one, and I'm like, wow, it's nice, but it's a little on the tiny side with all the employees back there working, doing their thing. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's the thing. Commercial real estate, they look at radiuses, population radiuses for everything. And it's hard to do so. It's kept the character of the shoreline very much like it is.
Right.
Because it's difficult because half of that radius is water.
Yes.
So you don't have potential customers there.
No.
A lot of these bigger businesses are exploring newer types of concepts, like smaller scaled down stores.
Okay.
So that they don't have to have so much inventory
Right.
because it's a limited population base.
Right.
What they're finding is that they're having a lot of success, and okay, maybe that might be a little underestimation, but
Right.
you live, you learn. You
That
figure it
might
out.
work.
Yeah, exactly.
That possibly might work.
Yeah.
And any other applications going up where Indian River?
Not that I'm aware of just yet. We did approve a change to their regulations. I believe there is a urgent care clinic going in
That's
there.
what I heard.
Yeah, the developer told us that they had signed a lease with a mattress company, and then before the mattress company had opened up, they declared bankruptcy. So,
Oh, good.
yeah, but luckily they had a very patient future tenant in line that was waiting for the opportunity, and when it came, they needed a minor regulation change. They tried to paint it as broad as possible. Turns out medical facilities weren't originally in there, so we righted the ship and allowed it to go in. So that should be opening sooner than later.
Medical facilities weren't allowed to go in there? Really?
Yeah, this keeps coming up in zoning in Clinton.
Okay.
A lot of our regulations were written a long time ago.
Yes.
And things have changed, obviously. Socioeconomically, regulation-wise, technology-wise, everything like that. They tried to make the bucket as big as possible to have to fit any type of lessee come in that they could get. But unfortunately, they forgot about the medical aspect. It kind of classifies it as a clinic or a hospital type thing when it's not that. It's just urgent care.
Okay, it's like an urgent care facility.
Yeah, if you're sick. So we made that carve out so that they could go in there.
It's probably like an urgent care that they have sort of right across the street from the Cuckoo's Nest in Old Saybrook.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, this is tied into a much larger, more local hospital.
Okay.
Without saying anything.
Okay.
Wink.
Yep.
But again, back to the zoning regs. That's in talking about downtown.
Yeah.
That has led to a lot of discovery in some of the issues that we face down there. You look at the development that's taking place in Old Saybrook. I mean, they have their 156 corridor and their Route 1 corridor.
Yep.
Madison, Route 1 right straight through the center of town. A lot of those properties are able to have second-story apartments on them to help subsidize the cost of the building and everything like that. We don't allow that in Clinton.
We don't?
No.
Oh.
So once we're done with the plan of conservation and development, we're going to be exploring these, trying to create regulations to incentivize development. And if you want to have successful businesses on your Main Street corridor, you've got to have foot traffic that can go in there. So if you have people residing up above, they have a place to shop, they can go to support the cafes and everything, and of course they can make stuff at home and everything, but yeah, just get more feet out there.
Absolutely. Would you mind sticking around for another segment?
Sure.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. Sitting here with Dylan Walter, and we're talking about everything going on in the town of Clinton and a bunch of other topics too. So welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's talk about the Economic Commission and
The EDC or the Plan of Conservation and Development?
Plan of Conservation and Development.
Yeah. So I'm on the subcommittee that is going through. We're working with the consultants to prepare this plan to present to the state for approval.
Okay.
And throughout this process, the consultants have been finding researching everything to shape directions on where we go with zoning decisions and whatnot.
Right.
A lot of that is based on demographics, and they use census data from 2010 to 2020. Well, what happened during 2020 when that data was all collected? The world kind of changed, right?
COVID.
Yeah, exactly. From 2010 to 2020, we had a net outflow of residents 35 to age 55, like 1,100 residents. And we had a large group come in, 65 plus. To me, as a real estate agent,
Right.
the consultants are saying, okay, we need more senior housing, more things available for them.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a second. A lot of these people, they're in my peer group, and a lot of friends of mine have moved out of town because we don't have the inventory that they want to set up roots here and be in Clinton for the long term.
Right.
I was very adamant that we allow provisions to try to do development in places where we can to build more larger homes for people to stay in Clinton for life.
Right.
Like I have.
Right. And like I have.
Yeah, exactly. We just don't have the opportunities. And likewise, that would help offset, there's the housing market these days, there's a big crunch. You have people in older people in larger homes that would like to downsize,
Right.
and then you've got people that would like to upsize that are in smaller homes. But until there's something gives,
Right.
it's going to be
not
unsettled.
gonna work.
So yeah, if we could make them swap, that would work in a perfect world.
Sure.
But yeah, it just makes it a little tough. So if we can open up the floodgates in one direction, then that should settle out the market and make everybody's life a little bit easier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, you just touched base on the market.
Mm-hmm.
And in your profession, you're a real estate agent.
Yes. Yeah.
So, especially with the economy, how is that affecting said market?
It's not. That's the crazy thing. I mean,
It's not?
No, we're talking about rates
Really?
up in the 6.5. Yeah. I mean, think about it. COVID started 5 years ago now.
Yes.
There are younger families that had a child during the beginning of COVID, where now that child's a lot bigger and they're outgrowing their space.
Right.
They need to move. Same with people that have that waited to see how things progressed and have a larger home and are waiting to find a house to downsize into, but they can't because the inventory is very, very limited or very expensive. A lot of the people that waited have taken the steps to prepare for buying in this current environment.
Right.
But the demand out there is still very crazy. We're very lucky in Clinton. We are still ascending in property values. While some of the other towns have kind of topped out a little bit, you're starting to see some price reductions in some of the other towns. As long as the house is priced appropriately,
Right.
it'll still go for top dollar and very, very quickly.
Exactly.
You just got to have a plan, and that's why call a real estate agent.
Exactly.
Get started on it.
Exactly. Now, when do you want to come up with a plan? What would be included in that plan?
Well, you'd have to go through financials, obviously, figure out what you can spend on the next house, what kind of equity you have in your current house, if that's your goal, to not have a mortgage. Just going through each person's individual situation and finding out the budget, trying to find a house for them to go into if they want to. I mean, it's a case-by-case basis. It can be a little complicated sometimes.
And now with the economy, are houses selling, or is it?
Yeah.
You're sitting on it.
No, if it's priced again.
If it's priced right, yes.
Yeah, it all comes down to pricing. That's the biggest thing.
Price it right, they will come.
Exactly. I heard about a house in a neighborhood, a newer subdivision of Colonials, and it came on at a number that I can't remember the last time a Colonial came on in Clinton at that price. It's not a waterfront.
Okay.
For instance, there are two right now. There's 2 4-bedroom Colonials on the market, over $700,000. That's it for the entire inventory. Everything else is direct waterfront and starts at $1.5 million and up. It's crazy. There's just nowhere for those people that want to go up to stay here in town with their children and everything. So
Yeah.
they wind up going to other towns like Westbrook, Madison, Guilford, where they've had expansion and development over the years and allowed subdivisions to go in. So, yeah, those are people we want to keep in town.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I didn't realize that the market was that
Oh, yeah.
up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah. It's. I mean, you know, I'm a traditionalist. I like to see. I like things on the steady norm and
Yeah.
to be predictable and everything. And that's why that's why I've gotten involved with so much, because one, I am a younger professional in town and I'm a lifelong resident.
Right.
But we need to get more younger people involved with these things, because ultimately it's our future.
Right.
We can't. We've got to have a say in it if we want to turn the town into what we want to see and what it can be and everything. Right. It's we need to get more younger people involved with local politics in the future of the town.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's something you and I have in common. 'Cause
Yes.
we both been around the political circle.
Yeah. Yep.
For many, many, many moons.
Too long. Yeah. It's we just had our RTC caucus. I'm also the secretary for that. We just had our big fundraiser at the end of June over at the Elks Club. It was great.
Okay.
Had a really big turnout. Had some great speakers there. Peter Lumage, who ran for governor.
I remember that.
I think he ran for Senate too.
He did.
And Matt Corey was there. It was emceed by Lee Elsey. It was a really great turnout and a great evening that, you know, really unified the party base in town and excites people to show we're there, we're present, and we want to make Clinton the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what about mortgage rates in buying a house?
Yeah, they're still floating up there. They're around between like 6.25 to 7.
All right.
They fluctuate about 1/8 of a point every day. Depends on what day it is, whether it's up or down. You know, the president has tried to talk to the head of the Federal Reserve to try to push those rates down. When I hear that, yeah, that'd be great in an ideal world, but there's so much pent-up demand still in the marketplace. It's like, gosh, if they lower the rates, the prices are just going to continue to go up.
Right.
And so it's a tough situation. It's that could lead to even higher inflation in that case, which we all want to avoid, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's just kind of a wait and see type scenario. Hopefully the Fed will do something down the line, and we can get back to a more normal pace.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, as far as politics in the town of Clinton, what's going on?
We just put together our slate for November.
Okay.
We've got 2 new candidates for the police commission coming up. We have an incumbent running for town council, and as well as a new candidate who's had been on the board of selectmen years past. Now he's joined our party, and we're excited to see what he can do in the election coming up. It's a lot of incumbents running again, but
Yes.
yeah, it's, you know, when you have to have a caucus in the middle of the summer, especially on the Connecticut shoreline.
Yeah, it's like nobody's home.
Exactly.
Nobody's around.
Yeah. So yeah.
Everybody's on vacation.
Yeah, and you've got to publish it in the paper, but if you miss the blurb,
Yep.
it's tough to find out about. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, we just got to get out there and get more vocal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what else as far as economic development goes in the town? Because we got some more time.
Sure. So yeah, we're like I said, we actively engaged with a lot of the businesses. What's really been great lately is our new town manager. I have to give a big shout out to Michelle. She has done a fantastic job and hit the ground running, full steam ahead to boost economic activity here in Clinton. Right. We've had a lot of turnover on the board lately, just for various reasons.
Okay.
We also conducted a survey of the large taxpayers and important properties in town to find out where our taxes come from.
Right.
It's strange, like, you know, we're going through a revaluation this year.
Okay.
Presently, 10% of the town's taxes are paid by commercial businesses.
Right.
They are projecting the grand list to go from 1.7 billion to 2.4, I believe, after the revaluation. But they're expecting that commercial sector to drop from 10% of the taxes down to 8%. So Yeah, it's a heavy burden on the back of the population. So we've got to do things as the EDC to help build the business community. We've driven through Heritage Park, talked to a couple of the owners up there. We've got to get some businesses in there to help offset the burden of the taxpayer, which probably doesn't sound great to any business thinking about it, but I'm sorry, we can work with you.
Now, are there many businesses up at Heritage Park?
There are, and a lot that you wouldn't expect. There's Cleveland Mixer up there. You've got Thunderbird Engineering, Kenyon. Kenyon is a home-based business, a home-based business. Like Clinton is their home,
Right.
Which is incredible. I mean, they're the official electric grill sponsors of the Red Sox.
That's right.
They're right here in our town. I've actually had a lot of conversations with a small CNC machine shop that's continuing to grow. They're over on Nod Road in a smaller industrial development over there.
Yep.
MFG Solutions, they're great guys. It's a father and son, and now they have a couple of employees. They started it in their garage, and now they're just making all types of custom stuff right here in town. They make a lot of medical devices and everything. It's pretty neat. I've spent a little time down at their shop. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. They in a previous life when I worked at prior to real estate, now they're making parts for that guy for a machine that he sells here in town. So
Really?
yeah, it's nice to see it all come full circle and have supply chain in town itself. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
And if people want more information on what's going on in town, they can go to the town website. And if people want more information on the Republican Town Committee, they can go to the Republican Town Committee website.
Yep,
Right?
that's ClintonRepublicans.com.
Yep. Dylan Walter, we're out of time.
All right.
Thanks for some time. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Pete.
You got it,
Anytime.
buddy. On behalf of Dylan Walter, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks, good night. We'll see you next week. The preceding program was brought to you in part by FTD. FTD.com for all of your gift-giving needs.